Thank you very much, Brother Chair. This review is an opportunity to keep American workers and American farmers and businesses competitive while reducing costs for American families. As the ranking member on the Subcommittee on Trade, I constantly hear from folks across Georgia two big reasons why USMCA matters. Georgia's farmers want to sell their products abroad and compete on a level playing field. And Georgia's businesses want certainty about where their supplies will come from and at what cost. The Nonpartisan Tax Foundation estimated that in 2025, President Trump's tariffs already cost the average American family $1,000. If we pull out from USMCA, that price tag will only go up because businesses may have to raise prices amid new tariffs or uncertainty. Congressman Brady, for more than 30 years, businesses have relied on trade agreements between the United States, Mexico, and Canada, and they've invested in the United States as a result. You now work closely with businesses that rely on USMCA. How has uncertainty around the future of USMCA affected their investment decisions?
Well, Senator, first, thanks for your leadership role on the Trade Subcommittee. It is one I held as well over in the other chamber, so thank you for that. There's no question, certainty matters in these trade agreements, and if you saw the 1,500 plus comments that USTR received about USMCA, certainly I think was probably the highest point, the most frequent point made by agriculture, by manufacturing, by technology in Georgia, Texas, and around the country. I think the review gives us an opportunity. As the president, he understands the importance of this agreement. It's his, and it has succeeded in a big way, but there is room for improvements. He wants the strongest terms possible going forward. The review is an opportunity, in my opinion, to reset that certainty, because it has driven investment into the United States from Mexico and Canada, integrated supply chains and innovation and manufacturing, advanced manufacturing all across the board. It is really, I think, one of the strengths of the agreement. I think it'll be important as the review concludes, we hope successfully, that certainty, especially for long-term investment, to allow us to compete and win against China, for example. I think that will be one of the strengths coming out of this.
Yeah, there's no question that USMCA is not perfect, and the review gives us a chance to make it stronger. But I worry greatly about this uncertainty. Farming, for example, is a tough business. I spent a lot of time with farmers all across Georgia, and there's so much about that business that's unpredictable. And so this additional uncertainty could be very problematic for farmers, for small businesses, for suppliers. According to the Business Roundtable, 450,000 jobs in Georgia are directly tied to trade with Canada and Mexico. If the United States were to unilaterally withdraw from USMCA, how do you think that would affect investment in the United States? Do you think it would go up or go down?
Well, first, Georgia is like Texas. If you put our U.S., Mexico, Canada, USMCA jobs together in our state, it would be our single largest employer. It is crucial to our states.
So jobs would go down. We'd have fewer jobs.
Look, I don't think there's any question. Fewer jobs, certainly fewer investment, slower economic growth, and we'd be, I think, put at a disadvantage in our competition against China.
Right. So this is deeply concerning. It's concerning that the administration, has made, in my view, undisciplined statements about just withdrawing. We're in the midst of this review, and I hope that we can make USMCA stronger for Georgia's farmers, our businesses, and our workers. And I look forward to working with the committee and with USTR to ensure that USMCA is strengthened and that it continues to the benefit of Georgians. Thank you so very much for your service.
Thanks, Senator.
Thank you. Senator Welch.
Thank you very much.